Here we go. Hey, everyone.
We're here. We're back again.
The dynamic duo is back again. Amy, how the heck have you been?
I feel like busy. I've been busy chatting with people, doing interviews, get to know you chats. I know I have a couple of you that I'm talking to on Facebook Messenger. Shannon, everybody is just doing such great, unique things in their businesses and in their worlds and showing up and serving their clients so differently. It really just gets me jazzed up.
I love this. I love hearing this. And you all, Amy and I haven't seen each other in weeks because I went on a massive road trip through California and decided I was doing COVID travel my own way. And she's been doing her thing. I've been doing my thing. We've been doing the thing in the group. You've been killing it with amazing interviews of our clients and sharing their story of their evolution. And I have caught every single interview on vacation. I want you to know.
Dedication.
I love my people. I love my community. So Amy, can you work your magic and make sure this is working on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm checking it right now. It's just refreshing.
Okay, awesome. Welcome everyone. This is Training Tuesday with Shannon and Amy. We come live many times throughout the month, but we gather together on Tuesdays so you can see us be goofy and have fun and not know really what the hell we're doing because we decide at about 3 minutes until we go live. Oh, this is what we're talking about. Okay, good. Let's do it. So you guys get so much of off the cuff energy, which is super fun and super refreshing in a world where everything is scripted and planned in marketing. In fact, we should call this Fresh Baked Tuesday. This is why my team gets really scared when I go on vacation because this is how I come back and they're like, oh God, there's going to be an onslaught of work that we need to do. But I vowed not to do that this time.
Mm-hmm.
I vowed. I
know.
I would not.
I know. And that's why we haven't talked even since you've been back.
Yeah. So welcome everyone. We're talking about the power of personal story. I'm M. Shannon Hernandez. I am the founder of the Content Personality Quiz and the founder of our flagship program, which is changing lives of coaches and consultants around the globe. It's called the Confident Expert Program. I'll be doing a series next week that Amy doesn't even know about yet because we meet tomorrow. But breaking news, breaking it here, I'm going to be doing a whole series on what's it take to become the confident expert. And if you already are a confident expert, what's the next level for you so you can continue enrolling clients, making money, doing the work that you love in the world. So it is such a pleasure to be back here today. And Amy, will you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey there, Amy here, your joyful marketing specialist. Like Shannon said, I'm working really closely with her, even though we're not physically talking every day. But I get to do these wonderful interviews with our current clients and chat with you all here in the group. And then I'm also a one-on-one coach in our Confident Expert program.
Awesome. I am so happy to be back. Let's share a personal story since we're going to talk about stories and why they captivate people in marketing and how our members in this group can think about story in a new way. If you're here, please say hello in the comments. If you're catching the replay, it's #replay. We are always, that's not true. We are present when we are committed to being present in the group. We will always get back to you. That is our job. But I'm not going to tell you we're always present because we actually have brand values in this brand. And the first one is joy, and being always on is not joyful for any of us. So we are present in the group. We see you, we love you, we hear you. We're glad you're here. And let me start. We've had an influx of hypnotists coming into this group.
Yeah, we did.
And here's why. You guys want to know why? I have a client. Amy will be interviewing her soon. Her name's Erica Flint. She enrolled in the first, she enrolled to work with me one-on-one. She loved it so much. Her time was up. I tried to graduate her. She said, wait, I want to buy another round. And so she bought another round of one-on-one. We're working on a whole nother project with her, but she invited me yesterday to teach her group, and she has a group program, and they're hypnotists, and she is a world-renowned hypnotist. Beautiful energy. You may see her on Facebook. She's dancing, making her own music, creating her own body of work and thought leadership around how to shift the energy of our minds with music and dance, and be in the space of joy and love as the solution to all the things that we're wanting in the world. And so she trains hypnotists through a certification program, and she helps them set up the basics of their business. But she said, Shannon, can you please come teach the hamburger? And I thought,
Yes.
oh my God, I'm never going to live down this hamburger.
We love the burger.
If you guys are listening and you know about the burger, or you want to know about the burger, let us know in the comments. So lo and behold, I went and I taught, the burger is magnetic messaging, which starts next week, right? It's how to think about messaging in the terms of a juicy burger with all its layers, and really capture what people want and what the results that you get for them. Because at the end of the day, people want to buy when they know they're going to get results, right? They have that, and that's the confident expert. So I showed up and I taught the burger, right? And I told them all, like, gotta come to this group. It's so much fun. And Amy messaged me today. She goes, the hypnotists are coming.
I was like, why is there this spike? What did you do?
Yeah, I taught the burger. So if you're a hypnotist, welcome. We're so happy to see you here today. But one of the participants said, at the beginning, she said, I am scared of sharing too much.
Oh.
And we hear this so much in marketing. And I said, what do you mean you're scared of share? Well, what if people get tired of it? Like, I need to keep it personal over here and professional over here. And I had to knock that shit off early on in the call.
Yeah.
All right. Her name was Lisa. She was such a joy to have in Erica's class yesterday. But it got me thinking about the role of personal story. Mm-hmm. And we should not be shying away from it. In fact, we need to embrace stories in marketing. And we know, because we teach it, that people relate to stories. They can see themselves or parts of themselves in a story. And if they can't, they can feel the emotion, and people buy with emotions. So Amy, what do you want to say about using story in marketing? What are you seeing that's working, even on the sales side of things? Because we tell stories in the sales calls too, right?
Well, and I think it's that whole notion of you're not in this alone, and really to know that others have been through a similar journey. Everybody's journey is different, right? And I want to acknowledge that, and that is so, so true, but have been through similar struggles or hurdles. And I think knowing that you're not in this alone, because it can be lonely as a CEO, as a business owner, and especially when you're first starting out, if you don't have a team set up yet, like Shannon does, that she can bounce ideas off of and everything, it can be lonely. And so I think by telling your story and talking through your story, you're either holding out your hand for someone who needs to hear it, or you're inviting someone in because they want to be your friend. Andrew said it yesterday when he was meeting new people at networking events. He's like, they actually really like me. They don't just need me for my services. They really like me. And I was like, you're making friends. It's perfect.
Yeah. And just to bring this back to the burger for a minute, is Andrew texts me, and when I was in California, because we wanted to meet up, he drove to where I was, and we had a lunch, but his text said, if you haven't had enough of your own hamburger yet, let's go out for burgers. I said, I'm never living down this burger, right? Like, ever in a million years. And that's, hello, people, that is magnetic messaging. And did I know it was going to work? No, but everyone's like, oh my God, the burger, you've got to take the course with Shannon and the burger. So we are going to teach you how to infuse personal stories, personality, emotions. If you want to embrace the world of like drawing concepts, we talk a little about that, but this is magnetic messaging. This is the essence of people getting behind your brand, getting behind your mission, getting behind your vision, you cutting through the noise of the online space with messaging that captivates and converts people into clients. And we have this class is launching next week. I'm super excited. We've taught this several times in several ways. The burger is here to stay. The burger is here to stay.
Burger.
So, Amy, do you think there's any stories that are off limits that people shouldn't be using in their marketing?
You know, that's a really good question. And if I just telling you straight from my gut, because again, this is not prescriptive, if you are not to a place where you are feeling comfortable telling that story, we got to do a little bit of some inner work. But I would say that's what I would classify as off limits until you're ready as a storyteller to tell that story. But otherwise, you know, I feel like, again, you want to attract the people who you want to work with. And I was reading through some comments actually earlier today about someone loving to work with Shannon. And if Shannon could say fuck 40 times and not care in her messaging, in her stories, that's the girl I want to work with. And so, yeah, you are going to you might repel people, right, with a story, but also know that maybe that person isn't the person to be working with you anyways. And so I would say gut check. If you personally are ready to tell that story, then go for it.
Yeah, beautiful. And the other thing I say, and I do this in my own life and marketing, and I love telling stories. I think I have a gift for telling stories that actually convert people into clients. It's why I'm so passionate about it, and I teach it in the Confident Expert program. But my own personal rule is, if I haven't gone enough through the experience that I have a lesson to share, like to end it on a positive note, or with a question that I'm still sitting with, or something that's like a takeaway for my people, I wait until I can get to that point and then I share. Otherwise, I think it feels like I would just vomit on people, like vomit all my shit that's going on in my life, because let's be real, we have all got it, right? So that I think we're saying maybe the same thing, but more specifically for me, it's like, okay, can I talk about the lesson here yet? Do I have a golden nugget that people can actually sit with, or a great question they can apply to their own businesses or their own joy or their own marketing? And if the answer is yes, I actually craft the story knowing that the end is the most important part for people.
That golden nugget. That
golden nugget. It's like, what is it? Oh, the goose that laid the golden egg.
Yes, there you go.
I pulled that from the cobwebs of my brain.
Right.
Yeah. Whew. So, simple storytelling works. And it's one of the things I think that is the secret weapon in the online marketing space that people are not doing. They're giving information, which there's a time and place for it. They're making direct posts, which there's a time and place for. They're doing the hand raiser campaigns. If you don't know what any of this is, we teach organic marketing to enroll people into your programs. These are the things, right? But how can we get back to more storytelling? Because at the end of the day, the stories create emotion, they create connectedness, they create relatability, and they create a desire for people to know more. They're interested in what's going on. They reach out and they say, wow, that Weight Watchers story you told yesterday in that confidence video really resonated with me. I've had those people reach out over the last 24 hours, right? So let's do a little impromptu. Ready? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Great. A hottie seat. Here I go.
Here she is. I'm dumping Amy in the hottie seat. So Amy, this is like how we teach it. All right. So this is the Cliff Notes version. You want to know more, you'll register for magnetic messaging, which is coming up next week. By the way, $750 will change your life. Yeah. All right. It is an interactive 90-minute course. And we help you get a sales page done or revamped that speaks to your people. All right. Eric, I love what Eric said at the end of the last class. He said, I actually have a page with an offer I would buy now.
Yep.
And I thought that is powerful right there. That is powerful. Right. So let's do a little impromptu with Amy. I've thrown her in the hottie seat today. So Amy, I saw a picture on Facebook of a dock and I was like, is that dock moving? Like, what the hell's up with the dock? And it looked like somebody was bringing this dock to you. Okay, so first, just tell us a little story, and then we're going to mold it for everyone into how to make it a marketing piece.
Okay. So we've decided to purchase a non-temporary dock instead of, building one with wood and nails and everything, because where we live, the water comes and goes quite often. And if we lose all of our water, building a standalone dock would never work. And so the cool part about this is they literally offload it onto a trailer at the boat launch, they build it, and then they barge it into my yard. And so we've been waiting for barging day for months now. And they'll come back and they're gonna put the pilings in and make sure that it's stable, that it's not going to float away. It's currently tied off to a tree. But this was the last piece of what we needed to do to our property when we first bought it. We bought just the house, we've had the garage, now the dock. So this is like really something that we've created and envisioned for years now. So it's like very cool to see that dock come in to the shoreline.
Okay, beautiful. Now, all of you might be thinking, what the hell is Shannon going to do with a floating dock and business? But I have about 8 ideas just based on what she says, because this is my zone of genius, right? Like helping people come up with these creative marketing stories. So Amy, do you want to take the path for this marketing store, little marketing blurb we're going to build? Do you want to take the path of illustrating for people how you started with an idea, the house, you added a garage, you added on as an example for how we're building our businesses. Mm-hmm. Okay. Or do you want to take on the idea? Now, this is only 2 ideas. I have about 5, but this is the 2. Okay. Do you want to go with the idea of the water rises and lowers, the ebb and flow of business and how we navigate those things?
I would say let's do the ebb and flow and how we navigate. I feel like there's been a lot of questions about that lately in the group. This will be helpful.
Okay, cool. So if I was coaching Amy or Amy was coaching you in our program or in magnetic messaging, all right, we would get you thinking in the terms of what is the lesson you want to share with people about ebb and flow? Now, if you're a health coach, it could be the ebb and flow of your health. Like sometimes we're at high points and sometimes we're at not so high points. How do we get there? How do we not get there? How do we stay at the optimum health? If you're marketing, a business coach, something along that, we talk about this a lot, embracing the ebb and flow of the money. And we call it actually it's a marketing roller coaster. If you have not figured it out yet and you're on it, it completely sucks. All right. Mm-hmm. It just sucks. It's like you market and you get clients and you do your client work and you're happy and you got money and then they graduate and you're like, oh, fuck. Like I have no clients. I haven't marketed. I need to make money. And it's that scramble. And we try to get people out of that because it is just not joyful. So that's an ebb and flow. Amy, can you think of another like example of a specific coach or consultant that they would need to illustrate this concept of ebb and flow to their people?
I know that we kind of were talking about the weight loss and Weight Watchers and things like that before. I think that is a good example as well, because I know you're not gonna, well, I don't know. Okay. You might not get it right the first time. You might lose a few pounds and it feels like it's going so great. And then you hear about people plateauing or maybe even going back a little bit. So I think that's another great tie.
Yeah, beautiful. So what you want to do, people, is you want to pick up your phone, find a picture, tell the story, and relate it. There's an art to this, all right? Relate it to your target audience, and it's called transition and call to action. And we teach this specifically, but just quickly, I'll give people an example. So if Amy was telling the story, she would say something like, we had to go with a certain kind of doc. Here's the picture of the doc, and we're super excited because our water level fluctuates so much. We've got this ebb and we've got this flow. We got this ebb and we got this flow, and we couldn't get stranded with like this permanent doc. Like it just wasn't going to work. And so my question for you is, remember, this is Amy speaking. All right. My question for you is this happening in your business? Are you reaching points where your money is like massive influx, then down to barely nothing? Or your energy is like super high energy, you're excited, you're doing the work with your clients, and then you have this crash. And this is what we help people with, right? And so if Amy wrote this piece and did this transition, she could say, if you're resonating with this, I would love to speak with you. I would love to help you come out of this place of massive ebbs and massive flows in energy and money, and get you to like this joyful, sustainable place in your business. Are you interested in that? Let's have a chat. Amen. That's the art of story marketing, right?
Right.
So how did that feel to you, Amy? Like hearing that, knowing that, one, I was interested in your doc because I saw it floating around. And then two, like, wow, we just made that up because this is what we do.
Right, exactly. And I think that's the one thing is like, sometimes talking through it with somebody is what really makes that magic happen. And that's what I was mentioning before. You're not alone in this world doing marketing and reaching out and developing what you're going to put out there. And, I don't know if I would have come up with that all on my own without talking through it with Shannon. So I think that's also the cool part about this is now I'm probably going to post about the ebb and flows of the water and how that reflects in your business.
Beautiful. So everyone, this is the work we do in magnetic messaging. We help you tap into your personal story. We help you get the sales page together, or we even do this activity called sticky note explosion, where we generate a whole bunch of ideas and we put you in groups and we help you understand how to use personal story to captivate the people. Because at the end of the day, I bet everyone who's listening to the replay or was here live, they're saying like, that was actually brilliant. Like, I never thought I could tie a doc into the ebb and flow of business, right? Or the ebb and flow of health. And that's what we're here to help you think about: your content, your marketing, how you generate money, and how you attract your perfect clients in a brand new, fresh, exciting way. So Amy, where can they, if they want to come to magnetic messaging, what should they do?
You could definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to chat you up about the workshop and everything. And Shannon, I want to make sure that we mention we do have a partial scholarship available, and we're taking applications for that as well. And here's the thing, like we have 50, 60 students right now in the Confident Expert program. They all have been able to take magnetic messaging at least twice, if not up to 4 times. They take it every time and learn something new or discover something different about the storytelling, about the selling, about the marketing that they want to do. And so if you are looking for something to kind of help you rebreathe that fresh air or bring in something different because you're just feeling a little stuck or stale, come join us. This is a skill that you're going to use for the rest of your business. It's not going to go away with the turn of a calendar.
Yeah. And we're excited. Every magnetic messaging is awesome. And the next one gets even more awesome because that's the commitment level we have in this brand is like, how can we make this even better the next time? We ask our people, right? And then they say, oh, how about this? And then we try it. And it's always fantastic. So everyone, the link is in the video up top. All right. You can also reach out to Amy. We do have a partial scholarship. We'll be notifying winners tomorrow. That's $250 off the $750 registration. So if you'd like to come to Magnetic Messaging and have a chance to come in using a partial scholarship, which we are happy to award people, just reach out to Amy. She'll let you know the next steps. And thank you so much, Amy. It's so good to like see you in the flesh again.
I know.
All right, everyone. Adios. Go use more stories in your marketing. Bye.